Okay, here is the boat Madeline. It is 1970, 30 horsepower with a very powerful Yanmar 3 QM30HG motor. It has a 90-liter fuel tank, 90-liter water tank, which isn't huge, but we stayed on it for, I guess we were here for about a month once. The canvas is kind of old and distressed, and the plexiglass panels are kind of old. At one time there were 7 people that slept on this, which I can't believe, but normally it's just, we've had 3 on here, and that is a good number. 2 is probably optimal. Kind of a standard V berth galley configuration. Normally supposed to walk down backwards, of course, but to take pictures, I'm going to do it like this. Pretty nice line. It's a happy little boat. It actually has a mooring that's paid for another year in a very nice, kind of off the beaten path part of the Canal du Midi, east of Capestang, France, by about 4 miles. Under 2-burner stove, running water. The fridge runs on either 220 battery or gas. Out of a gas bottle, we get almost 22 days of refrigeration before it kicks the bucket, usually. Standard galley configuration. This converts into a bed if you want. Storage under the seats. 2-burner stove. The one on the burner on the right, we've always had a little bit of trouble keeping lit, but we've cooked many a meal in here. Kind of a standard head that you find on the Canal du Midi, of course. The boats in France eject the black water directly into the canal, which was kind of a shock to us when we first got it, but that's what they all do here. Access to the motor is down here. The water tank is over here. Fuel tank is on the other side, below the captain's station. And then this area opens up into grass. This is usually our closet when we're here, but believe it or not, people have actually slept back here. We usually just store things. There's 2 tuck under berths in the back. There are davits off the back of the vessel for I don't know what reason. You would never tow a dinghy with this. Of course, the ship controls look remarkably similar to the Airbus 319, which is built not too far from here in Toulouse, France. There's 240 volts of solar on top of Madeline with a little charge controller that keeps the batteries topped up. Not enough to run a refrigerator overnight. The 12-volt fridge sucks up quite a lot of juice, but it is enough to run various electrical devices, charge your phones, run a CPAP machine if you snore like I do. And there are solar panels up on top that are flexible and kind of just form to the top of the roof. The roof was just replaced, the middle part, last year. This is getting old. It was painted a couple years ago. It hasn't been out of the water for a good scrubbing and cartridge cleaning in 6 years, so I'm sure it could use a good scrubbing. Here's the captain of the boat, and yep, we've had about 12 years of wonderful time on this boat, but we got a bigger one because we needed a bigger boat because we're bigger people, apparently. Anyhow, the mooring is paid for the year, and it's good until 2027. I believe it's transferable to the next owner. The insurance, you'd have to get your own insurance eventually. The insurance it'll be insured when you get it, but once it changes hands, the registration has to change hands to whoever the new owner is. So anyhow, here is the Madeline in her sort of closed up configuration. 1970 she was built. Hasn't been out of the water for 5 years to have a good cleaning. It's in an absolutely beautiful part of France in the department of Hérault, I believe it's called. And there are a bunch of live aboard people that are here year round that kind of look after the boat when we're gone for months at a time. But it's small enough that you can take it for day trips on the canal. Super easy. It's small enough to turn around virtually anywhere on the canal, and just kind of a fun little boat. We have loved her for 12 years, but now it is time to move on. So thanks for your interest. There's more information in the link below, and you can always contact me for more questions. Its home port now is an absolutely beautiful part of France. It's right near an old military barracks that's been converted to a music conservatory. Walking path along the canal. It's very popular with the tourists. But you're pretty much super quiet and very calm. And underneath an old Roman settlement up on top of that hill over there. Lots of good restaurants a few miles away. We usually rent a car when we're here, but it is possible to put a couple of bikes on the vessel and drive into town for groceries and stuff, but we usually have a car. I did misspeak earlier. We don't have 240 volts of solar. We have 240 watts that feed the 12-volt batteries. It only has 2 batteries, which is kind of a little underpowered for running a lot of stuff, certainly for running a refrigerator. I think it was one of the other boats on the canal. Quite charming, very pleasant, I must say.